right now I have approximately 70-ish subscribers. I'm just looking at, I have, wait, no. If I go to my page, youtube.com/Marques Brownlee, just click on the link over there. I have 74 subscribers.
Marques Brownlee, or as he's more commonly known on YouTube as MKBHD, is one of the world's biggest tech channels on YouTube with over 16 million subscribers, averaging over 3.5 million views per video. A far cry from this kid with 74 subscribers posting 2 or 3 videos a day with less than 20 views per video. The story of MKBHD is a true testament to the idea that if you stick to something long enough, you really can turn a dream into reality. So for the rest of us trying to grow our channels on YouTube, it may seem like an impossible task to grow a channel from nothing to 16 million subscribers when YouTube is so big and so much more competitive compared to when Marques started on YouTube. But the fact he's still growing his channel by 200 subs per month and averaging around 40 million views per month. And if we want to talk about that in terms of earnings, we know his CPM because he showed it on the Colin and Samir show. So with a CPM of 1190 and an average view count of 40 million per month, he's earning around 476,000 per month. So he must be doing something right to please his audience so that they keep coming back, and pleasing the new audience so they keep subscribing. So here are the 3 things that Marques is doing that the rest of us can learn from when trying to grow our channels on YouTube. One thing that can be really difficult when you're starting out your YouTube channel is comparing yourself to big channels that already exist on YouTube. Looking at these huge channels now and feeling like you'll never be able to reach that level, and so you just get discouraged and give up straight away because there's already so many people so far ahead of you, and the budgets for these videos are so big, and you don't have that kind of money to spend on YouTube. So how could you ever do it? Well, it's just important to start small. Start with things that cost little money, like making videos talking about things that you're really interested in. For example, making videos about YouTubers that you really like. It'll only cost you €70 for a good secondhand mic, and Audacity is free to edit audio, and you can find free stock footage on Google very easily. The reason that these big creators spend so much on their videos is to guarantee that the videos go viral, and it's another way to just distinguish themselves from the rest. Money doesn't guarantee success on YouTube, and it's not necessary for a viral video. Here's a list of viral videos that didn't cost any more than $500 to make. Marques clearly knew this. He started reviewing free software. He was making 2 to 3 videos a day for years with almost no views. But little by little, the views started to trickle in as Marques got better at planning and scripting his videos, and as the quality of his storytelling got better. In the book 0 to 1, the author, the founder of PayPal, talks about how it was genius by Amazon to start in a very small niche of just books and do really well here. And then when they're getting really good at selling books online, they are reinvesting all these profits back into the company to improve the quality of the site, decrease their delivery times, and get a good sense of how to effectively manage their stock in their warehouse, which will then help them when they try to add new items to their list. They just replicate their already good understanding of logistics for online e-commerce. If Amazon started out by saying we're going to sell everything from the very start, it would have been very difficult to build up a good reputation and a good system for organizing their warehouse, because they would have had to spend so much time managing the chaotic warehouse, and as a result the company probably would have failed because the cost of having a warehouse that big to store everything would have been too expensive in the early days. So instead they started small and gradually built up item by item. This is the same as Marques. As he kept posting videos, he kept getting better at making videos, and the videos got better and more people started to watch, and then some money started to come in, so he gradually upgraded his camera. So the idea is to start with small video ideas and build the groundwork, get good at making videos, understand how to act normal on camera, understand what people enjoy watching on camera, and identify how you like to make videos. And then you can move on to doing more crazy stunts and super high budget productions once you understand what makes a good YouTube video for your channel and YouTube is paying you money. That's the beauty of YouTube. It doesn't cost a single penny to start a channel. It's all about the idea. It can be very, very hard to start. You're afraid you'll waste all this time working on something that will never return any value to you in the future. And that's so fair. It can be so hard to imagine that one day you could make a living making videos on the internet. But so many other people have done it before you, so why can't you? So now we understand that it takes a long time and we have to be patient and expect that no one will watch our videos for a long time. But what can we learn about going from 0 views to 3 million per video? Marques keeps it simple. The videos are simply just him talking to the camera about a piece of tech. He focuses solely on the idea, a good and interesting story about his experience with the product. He makes sure you know should you buy this and why or why not. Marques doesn't try to complicate things by adding text, too many cinematic shots, or unnecessary animations. He tells us exactly what we want to know without trying to increase his watch time by adding in way too many cinematic shots, extra animations, moving text every time he's talking. He knows that making a great review will make sure that the viewer viewer comes back to watch the next video and the next video and so on. Click-through rate is the number of people that click into your video divided by the number of people who are shown your video. And Marques knows that click-through rate is not just a great title and a great thumbnail, but a great title and thumbnail that is backed up by a great video that delivered on the title and thumbnail. By giving the viewer a great review of the product, where they are convinced they know whether or not they want to buy this product, means that the next time they want to know about a product, they know where to come back to. Whereas if Marques makes a video that's engaging by having cool animations and lots of text pop-ups to try and keep people watching, he wouldn't be as successful on YouTube as he is now. Because people would watch the video and think, okay, that was interesting, but I don't think he really answered all my questions about the product. Sure, his review is entertaining, but I can watch other entertaining videos on YouTube. So the next time Marques uploads a video, the viewer just scrolls past his video in their feed because they felt that they didn't get what they wanted. And as a result, Marques' click-through rate drops. And if people don't click your video, they don't watch your video. He knows the best way to get more views on YouTube is to make the best videos possible and deliver on what he promised in the title and thumbnail, with high quality storytelling and not wasting people's time with excessive B-roll. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with animations or cinematic shots. Sometimes they can add to the video, but when you see YouTubers trying to make up for a poor story by adding cinematic shots or text popping up to try and keep people engaged, instead of using this time to improve on the video's script, it's so clear that Marques really puts in the extra effort when writing his videos. He goes that extra mile by trying to create these interesting analogies to make the story more interesting instead of just dumping loads of facts about the piece of tech on the viewer, as does everyone on YouTube. But just by putting in that little bit extra work in the story can really lead to exponentially more views. MrBeast explains this best on his Joe Rogan podcast. By putting 2 or 3 times as much effort into the video idea, you don't get 2 or 3 times the views, you get more like 10 or 100 times the views. So it really pays off to work harder on the story and the content over everything else on YouTube. And this is exactly what Marques does so well. And of course, just making great videos won't get you to 3 million views. Not on YouTube anyways. Maybe on TikTok or Shorts, where you're just fed content. But YouTube requires nice and neat packaging for a video to really go viral on YouTube. If people don't click your video, they don't watch your video. And this is where Marques is killing it. His thumbnails are so clean and so bright. One of my favorite things to do when I'm researching a new YouTuber is to go to their videos and sort by oldest first. And the first thing that always strikes you about this is the thumbnails. Watch how bright versus how dark the thumbnails are for the MKBHD channel. When we change from sort by newest to sort by oldest, there's a noticeable difference from the second it changes. Bright images will always gather more attention than poorly lit images. But the thing that Marques does that is so underrated in his thumbnails is just how simple they are. Every one of Marques' thumbnails are just so simple. It's always just a piece of tech on a colorful background. There's no noise, the background is just clean. People often think the more that you can fit into the thumbnail, the better it is. But often this is a bad idea because it makes thumbnails noisy and confusing, and as a result, people just scroll past and see something that's more appealing. Whereas with Marques, it's so clear what is in the thumbnail and what it's about. And because they're so bright and colorful, they get your attention. But thumbnails are only half the battle, and Marques clearly knows this. By creating titles that make you have to click. If you see this thumbnail, for example, you read this title and you think, oh, what is this one reason? I have to know. So you click this video to find out. Marques is really an inspiration for anyone looking to grow their channel on YouTube, by just showing us that if you stick to something long enough, anyone can do it, as long as you're constantly reinvesting and learning. Even to this day, Marques is still trying to improve his channel, even after 16 million subscribers. With this attitude and passion for tech and YouTube, it's no wonder he has built such a successful channel. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you found this useful in some way.